Hi, I'm Cassie Peacock from Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. This video is for first-time homebuyers. Um, are you ready? So this is for people who are ready for their first home. But where do you begin? It's super overwhelming. There's so much that needs to be done. So sometimes people delay buying their first home when really they shouldn't. There's so much help out there to be had. And I'm here to direct you to those resources that will help you. Um, so let's get started. So, who was considered to be a first time home buyer? The definition of a first time home buyer might be broader than you think. For example, it can refer to a person who has never owned a home, or a person who has not owned a home in the last 3 years, or a single parent who has only previously owned a home with a spouse. The definition may vary by program, so check the links below for the Federal Housing Administration's definition of a first-time homebuyer. So how do I find an agent? With the cost of housing at an all-time high, agents who are realtors are here to help first-time homebuyers navigate the challenges in this market and to achieve the dream of home ownership. Agents may offer a wide variety of services, such as finding available homes that meet your criteria, taking you on showings, negotiating on your behalf, and more. So consider asking prospective agents questions, and I have a link to those questions below as well. So you want to interview different agents. You don't want to just pick your first agent. You want to shop around. Like how do you find a plumber? Do you just call the first plumber that you find in the yellow pages? So I usually, when I need a plumber or an electrician, I usually talk to somebody who I trust. So that's usually the best way to go about it as well. Like talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors. Who did they use? Because it's always better that it's somebody that you know than somebody that you just met randomly off the internet. So there's been a lot of talk about this lately because there was a national lawsuit um, with the National Association of Realtors and the federal government's not judicial system, but again, from the federal government. And they entered into an agreement, and that agreement says that there needs to be a written buyer agreement before any homes are entered into during showings. And this written agreement is going to be signed by you and gone over. Your realtor should go over it with you. And what it is saying is it is going to outline the services the agent will provide and what they will be paid for those services. These agreements are fully negotiable, and you should feel empowered to advocate for yourself. So, really, this is the change that has been talked about in the news. And we've been doing this all along here in Utah. Um, our realtors in Utah are the best in the nation. I know that sounds biased, but it's something that I believe. It's my opinion, but we've been practicing this for many years, and some other states have not. So we are now all on the same page that the state requires all realtors to have a written buyer broker agreement before any homes are shown. So expect to do that before you go looking at houses. So, what are my options for securing financial assistance? That's the big question. A lot of first time homebuyers feel like they can't afford it. But let me tell you, you can't afford to be renting anymore. You should be investing in your own mortgage. So I'm here to help you, and this guide should help you start getting your feet moving in that direction. So your options include um, conventional mortgage loans, federal loan programs, state funded grants, local governments, or nonprofit organizations. These are 4 different ways that can assist you into getting into a home. First of all, conventional mortgages. These are financed by private lenders, such as banks, credit unions, and mortgage companies. Mortgages typically require a down payment. And I have a link to a tool in the comments below that will help you figure out how much you'll need. You can use that tool to find how much of a down payment you will need and what sort of closing cost assistance programs that you might be eligible for. Federal loan programs are a next option after conventional mortgage loans. Federal loans are available for eligible buyers through the Federal Housing Administration, the Department of Veterans Affairs, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture. So this is a government-run loan program versus conventional loans are private lenders. There's also state-funded grants for first-time home buyers. This may be an option depending on your location, so contact your state's housing financing agency for more information. And finally, local governments or nonprofit organizations in your area might have programs available to borrowers that meet specific requirements. So, are there other ways I can lessen my cost? Some sellers may offer to pay certain costs associated with purchasing a home, which are called concessions. You, as a buyer, can ask the seller to pay for your agent's compensation as part of your purchase offer. Both are options that may reduce out-of-pocket upfront expenses, helping you stretch your budget further. Your agent can advocate for you during purchase negotiations on these and other terms. So that's one way to lessen your cost burden. And if you get a good realtor, they can negotiate that for you. Other resources. Agents who are realtors and your state and local realtor associations can direct you to many other resources. For example, first-time homebuyers should consider home ownership education and counseling services, which provide tools and information to help resolve financial roadblocks, develop a budget, and work on a plan to meet the financial requirements of home ownership. Your agents can refer you to a HUD-certified housing counselor, and these people can help you. How do I know what option is best for me? When you work with an agent who is a realtor, you are working with a professional guided by ethical duties under the Realtor Code of Ethics, including the pledge to protect and promote the interests of your clients. Your agent will work with you to weigh your options, answer questions, and develop a strategy you are confident in. You can read more about realtors' duty to put client interests above their own in the link in the bottom. So I am a realtor here in Utah, and I would love to help you if you are looking to purchase your first home. Send me or like this video, send me a comment, send me an email. I'll put my information in the bottom if you would like to reach me. Thank you.